So which spam army is the strongest? And today we're going to be testing that out. And before we get into the first attacks, I just want to thank everyone who joined last night for the live stream. It was pretty fun. So let's get back into the first attack. So for this attack, or for this base specifically, you want to attack from the top, just because from the town hall and the build out, you'll see there's that gap spot. So we're going to do the queen on one side, get an air sweeper, then we're going to do the royal champion on the other side with the siege barracks. We're going to set up that funnel, and then we're going to place all our dragons in. We're going to keep 4 on the outside. I heard after much practicing and testing, I think this is the one that works the most. And because we're going into the tunnel, we will have a lot of damage, but that's what we have the warden ability for. So once this tunnel goes down, we should heal our troops up as we head into the next compartment. That will be raged. So I'm going to also drop a raid spell, minion prince ability through that area, because I overgrowth the opposite side. Now there's not going to, because all that side's frozen, it's going to be less damage for us to take. Pop the royal champion, going to do the other 4 dragons on the other side where the queen is. And normally I would pop the queen, but this time I think I'll pop her a little later on, or I might not pop her. We're just going to hold off onto her. Royal champion is down again, but that is okay, because the minion prince will take care of the much needed defenses that is over here, and also because he gets a free phoenix revive, so he'll soak up the traps and that other minion prince ability. And the opposite minion prince, as you can see, is already low. We got a lot of force at the bottom, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just check now. I'm going to revive the minion prince first, and then I'll revive the royal champion, or we just keep the minion prince alive, just because he's a big boy now, and he's like the giant gauntlet on the king. More HP and more damage. I think he'll be more than the royal champion as well. But with this expo going down, the royal champion should be a candidate to being revived. So we're just going to revive the minion prince again, because I was like, at the 19, I was just like, nah, let's just get the minion prince. He's bigger. That multi-arch tower is not going to do much damage to me anyway. The rage tower does go off, but we still got enough power for the back end, where we will be able to take out this multi-archer tower just as well. And that's the first 3-star of the day, so looking pretty good. Pretty keen to see how strong this army is compared to the Super Yeti spam. And just going to show off another attack. So this base, also another very common base. You can attack from the top or from the bottom, because there's no gap. So I'm going to attack from the bottom. We're going to get an air defense, and we're going to set on the other side with the royal champion and her ability with the siege barracks. So with that clan castle being there in the middle, dragon's just going to pass straight to the town hall, so we don't have to worry about much. Again, this time we just kept 3 out, so we're not worried about the damage. We're going to ice that hook tower, and we're going to rage into that compartment, and minion prince ability, slow everything down there. Those scatter shots are going to do some hectic damage. We're also going to pop the warden ability with all these traps that are going off. We're going to overgrowth that fire spitter compartment, because the opposite side fire spitter is going down thanks to the royal champion. Minion prince ability goes off. We've got the queen at the bottom with the last 3 dragons that we kept, just to help her take out that bottom compartment. Seems to be working quite well. Royal champion still alive. She's going invisible thanks to the spirit box. Royal champion for this attack stays alive quite longer than what you normally would expect. Fire spitter doing some damage right now to the minion prince, but we still got the free hero revive with the phoenix, so you will take care of the clan castle and the enemy king, and take care of the town hall. Or not fully, but let's just revive him so he can take down the town hall, and revive the royal champion as well, while the monolith is focused on the minion prince. Monolith goes down, and now we just wait and see how the revives are going to work. We got 1 left. Let's just revive the minion prince now. He's not going to take as much damage as what, just to get the royal champion to survive, because that's not fire spitter, but the expo actually does a ton of damage to the royal champion. That fire spitter not doing much anymore. He's got enough power for the back end. It's just their army, and that's going to be another triple for us. So At the end of this video, I'll show you the difference or in the attacks. Right now, after this, we're going to jump into the Super Yetis. Let's see how they do. Super Yetis, pretty strong army, but I felt like at higher legends, it's not doing as good as what it would do at like lower legends. And this is the army I use. We've got those 2 ice block spells. Basically just help when there's ice golems in the CC. Once your king and queen or your core troop is frozen, once they've taken out the ice golem, then it's going to be, you just pop up the ice block spell so they take less damage as what they normally would. Now we got the double invis. So the blue side, we're going to use our Super Yetis just to get that funnel set up and going. I'm going to come in through the middle. It looks really wonky, but I really want that temporary defense to be the one that we basically go into, and then the royal champion will funnel on the red side, and the green is just the rest of the army going in through. And I mean, from what it looks like, should be a triple. So, oh, yeah, I was wrong. So either way, you could have done it. Either way is what I did. It still would have worked out better. It's basically a mirror on each side, so pretty easy it should be a pretty easy 3-star. Let's see if we can do it. Get the Super Yetis in so they can tag for the log launcher. We want to get that in early. Now the single inferno is going off. That is a brutal thing, and now the troops are busy wavering for us. Luckily we got the Phoenix on this royal champion. Now because the invis popped off, we're going to use the ice block just to make sure we keep all the troops in that area. It's going to help take down the one compartment. We're going to freeze the royal champion. Once this goes off, we're going to keep her in. Unfortunately she dies, so we're just going to revive her again, let her aura do some of the damage while the queen takes up the burst from that burst cannon. So far it looks like the army has like subsided or died down, but we're just going to revive the warden. Normally don't do that, but that's going to help with regards to getting more damage in. And we've got revive the queen. King's going to die. Probably should have kept the king up for as a tank, but I think we had more than enough Super Yetis to do that. And royal champion's going to die with the queen. We got the rest of the super barbs at the top helping with the funnel over there. We got the giant still up, so, and some healers, so the healing should help with regards to that. This might not be a 3-star actually, because you still got all these clean up buildings at the end that need to be clean, and the giant basically only goes for defensive buildings. So yeah, this is gonna be a high 2-star, but a 3-star is better. Not bad for my 4th attack for Legends League. Warden nearly goes down, but the warden will go down to the... I know the warden doesn't go down in this. Nearly does go down, but he gets so locked onto whatever the giant's supposed to lock onto that he doesn't take care of all the other buildings, which kind of sucks part of his AI control. And as you can see, this is going to be a high 2-star. I think it's going to be a 99%, because maybe even less, because we're going to take out these buildings. We've got 15 seconds left. This is just brutal. This is why I like the dragons more at a high level. They clean up and they still got enough troops at the end, and if you have saved some, you can take care of those buildings. Sorry about that. 97% 2-star. This attack should be easy. Coming from the clan castle side, we're going to use the royal champion to funnel the one side with where the queen is. Might even use the Super Yetis, and at the bottom by the pink we could use the Super Yetis, and the green straight through the middle. So pink Super Yetis, royal champion where the queen is, just with the funnel. And the reason why I'm not coming from the other side is because of those dead zones. They can go onto the clan castle and straight to the town hall after that. So setup looks pretty good. Going to use some super bobs to help funnel over there. We're going to keep 2 buildings up. Send in the Super Yetis, followed by the queen. Then we're going to send the log launcher, warden, and king. That multi-archer tower went down so quickly, but everything still seems to be going into the same way. Unfortunately, the king walked off, so that's going to be quite brutal for us. We still got the enemy CC to deal with. Ice Golem goes off. Going to pop the Warden ability. I saw the log launcher was taking quite a bit of damage. Now with the king not walking, this isn't looking too good for us. But luckily the siege barracks allows for the Super Valk to go in. So we're going to drop a rage for that Yeti. That Yeti is going to take out the town hall. We're going to wait for the king to get to the scatter shot. Pop the king ability. He's going to open up that whole core. But this, I already can tell that this attack isn't going to be a 3-star with that king splitting from the rest of the troops. He's more, or the heroes, he's more or less like a tank for us. Also, it doesn't help that because now you got the minion prince that is just going to do some damage towards our troops, and the warden doesn't even go for the minion prince, so we're going to end off basically, yeah, we just wasted a whole bunch of spells. This isn't going to be a 3-star, so I think we're going to end off at a 78% 2-star. Everything's pretty much dead. That monolith is just going to absolutely annihilate the queen. That builder hut doesn't help us in any way at all. It just keeps on reviving and rebuilding. So that's it for the Super Yetis. Now, when it comes to which army would I prefer, as you can see, these first 4 attacks, these were clearly, I used the mass dragons first. So these 4 attacks right over here. This was my dragons. Whoopsie daisy. So dragons, strong, reliable. You just need to get the pathing right, and then they're good. And then these last 4 here were my Super Yetis. It's the only way I can effectively test them. So we chilling. And with just these strats, I think the Super Yetis are not the strongest as a mass dragon is. And you need to get your pathing right for the Super Yetis. If you enjoy this video, make sure you check out this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.